Hello, I am Zach Whalen, and I am the professor for DGST 301A Creative Coding at the University of Mary Washington. If you happen to recognize this space, this is, I'm not really in the HCC. I'm using a green screen to put myself here, but I wrote the name of the class on the board. It's over that way. I wanted to do a quick video to introduce myself and also to introduce a few concepts for this class. So I want to keep this brief because there's actually a storm coming in and sometimes I lose power, so that's one reason. Another reason is I don't want to overwhelm you with too much content on the first day. There's a lot going on in this class. I want to make sure it's manageable. So I'm going to start by working through some things on the Canvas course. I'm trying out some new concepts with organizing a Canvas course, and so I want to show you how that works. But mainly I want to introduce you to a couple of resources that you need to sign up for today, if possible, and then start working with. So here we are. This is Canvas, and I'm using the module structure in Canvas so that each week is going to have a grouped together set of content. So that will include pages with instruction in them and notes. Videos like this will be embedded in their appropriate place within this module. Also, your assignments that are key to specific instruction or to specific time will be in each of those modules. It'll be week by week. I think that's a good way to look at it, especially for the summer class where we have so little time. It does make sense to work through it linearly, I think, so that's what we'll do. But I'll be publishing, I just have week 1 published so far. It looks like this, and you click your way through it. Start with day 1, that's what day we're on right now. And there's a picture of me. I happen to be wearing the same shirt I am right now in the same room, but I took this picture a few days ago, or weeks ago now. And I talk a lot about the class here and the overall ideas, but very generally at this point, we're going to get much more specific starting tomorrow. But please take a look at this. Take a look at the syllabus, obviously. That's important. I'll show you some things here. This gives you a more detailed overview, including the learning outcomes. And one thing I wanted to draw your attention to in these learning outcomes, if you're taking this class, is that these are fairly general and abstract, or kind of high level. In other words, this is a class where you will be doing some programming and some coding, but that's not how I'm going to measure your success in this class. In other words, you don't have to be a great coder by the time you leave this class to end up with a good grade and a successful experience. These outcomes here, if you notice, are more about thinking about your creative work critically, being reflective on your process, using digital tools and programming languages and composition methods appropriately. And these are things that can be done successfully at any level of proficiency or competency with regard to a specific language or platform. So you will be fine. I noticed in the survey that some of you have already filled out, many of you are indicating that you feel like you're a complete beginner with code, and that's totally fine, and that's what this class is meant for. So we're going to get started into some stuff pretty quickly, but I want to always encourage you, yeah, this will be a challenging class, whatever level you're coming in at, but it's going to be fine. This is working with code is a process. It's something that is frustrating for many people, even if they've been doing it a long time. It just takes time. So the thing I will keep telling you and keep reminding you is be patient with yourself, give yourself time, and then ask for help if you truly are stuck. Lots of ways you can get help, but asking me is probably your first step if you're not sure what to do next. But often I will be directing you to some other resource or tutorial, something that will help you learn it on your own, because ultimately learning things yourself is going to be the best way to do it. So a lot of detail in here. I think maybe I'll just ask for you to take a look, and then if you have questions about it, let me know. I don't want to go through it line by line right here, because hopefully it's self-explanatory. Like, hopefully I've explained things well enough in here. But of course, please let me know if not. I mentioned the survey already. Let's take a look at that real quick. This is a quiz. It should be, or it's an ungraded quiz in Canvas. It's just a brief, survey. It's not graded at all, but it does keep track of who has responded. So really just information gathering, and no correct or expected responses for anything here. I'm just kind of curious to see who you are and where you're coming from and what I can do to help you be successful. So please do that. Yeah, here, this previous next structure, this is part of the module structure. It gives you those links back and forth, which I think is probably pretty convenient. Okay, so 2 things that you need to sign up for if you have not already, or if you don't already have an account: GitHub and Discord. So Discord is going to be probably the more important thing to do sooner. So you do need to have a Discord account first. I already have one. In fact, I don't know why it's asking me to sign in. I do already have an account. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try this QR code method of signing in because I already have a Discord account. Discord has apps for any desktop environment or your phone. This is my Android phone, or you can use it in the web browser, which is what I'm being prompted to do here. But I don't know if it's going to let me sign in here or not, because I'm already signed in on my phone. So I'll figure this out later. But the point is, Discord can be a really useful way to communicate very quickly with people and also to share things like code or samples of projects, which is what I hope we end up doing in this class. So please join our Discord, and I'll see you there. If you are there, please say hello. I also recommend installing apps on whatever computers you use, or even your phone, because you'll see notifications there, and that can be an easy way to contact me. I'm almost always online, so if I'm not online, I usually have my phone with me, and you can contact me pretty quickly there. I recommend that, encourage that. Okay, so GitHub is, I'm not going to sign into GitHub on this browser because I don't have my password manager here, so I'll just show you my profile and the kind of thing that I recommend for GitHub. I think I'll give you a more detailed tour of GitHub in a video tomorrow. But GitHub is a place where you can, it's the same picture of me. GitHub is a place where you can share code and share the outcome of code projects. That's what GitHub is meant to be used for. And so I recommend you create a repository. Let's see if I can find a similar one. I have several. In general, GitHub is used for sharing open source software. So whenever you create this open source software project, you can put it here and then other people can contribute to it or use it. For example, this project called SSBot, this is something I made, but that I haven't had time to work on lately, but a couple other people have been working on it, and so the three of us together have continued to improve this product that I created originally, but I haven't really had time to look at too much. This is the kind of thing I would recommend you create in your GitHub. So I'm showing you this just more for those of you who may already have some experience with GitHub. I don't expect you to watch this and get it necessarily, but this is what's called a repository. A repository is like a collection of folders in this case, and for each of these I've got a folder for different projects, and these are the sample projects for this class. So you are also welcome to clone this my repository and then just change the content out for your own content as you work on it. But that's the idea for GitHub. And I'll show you when we look at things, this is the bot project, and this is the kind of code that you could write for your first project for a bot, and you can share it here. So those are the things that I wanted to mainly show you. A couple other things I did want to mention in just as far as like workflow logistics kind of things. You may have already seen in the assignments area, you've got some due dates coming up. So let me talk about those things. The first one coming up is due tomorrow. Hopefully. Due dates, I'm not super worried and strict about specific due dates, but these things will pile up if you don't do them quickly. It's really thundering out there. So I do want to make sure that you do these on time if at all possible. If something does need to be late, I understand. I'm not going to penalize you, but the sooner the better, right? So this one especially, I think you should do first, and this is an opportunity for you to explain your goals for this class and for yourself, and think about what you're doing here and why it's important. So wide open in terms of formatting and length and anything else. I've got some suggestions here, but feel free to be creative. This is not a coding project. This is a statement. So I'm curious to see what you say about these things. If you feel comfortable sharing it, you can share it in our Discord server, and others could respond to it. Likewise, if you see people sharing theirs in Discord and you find them inspirational, or you want to respond to them in some way, you are certainly welcome to do that in Discord. That's the whole idea. So please do this soon. The other thing coming up is the other big project this week is the bot, and that's the first big coding project. I'm going to spend a lot more time talking about this on Wednesday, I think. So there's some examples of bots in here. There's some descriptions in here. I'll do a lot more. I'll do a whole lecture on bots, and it'll hopefully be helpful. The other thing that's happening this week for a couple people is the artist profile assignment. And this is a staggered assignment which is due at different times for each of you. Each of you have your own due date. And I've got a table here for who's doing it when. And you should see a date, your name, you should see a date, and you should see an artist that I would like for you to profile. On your profile pages, you should, so the first couple people, so click on your page, and you should be able to edit this page although it says it does not exist. That's unusual. Let me try something. Let's try this one. Okay, I'll just fix that. But whenever whoever's doing Nick Montfort, click on edit, and then you have, it's like a wiki page that you should be able to edit. And I'll create a template, and I'll do an example or two to help you get a sense of what to do here. But these are scattered throughout the semester or throughout the term strategically, so they're not all due on the same day. And so that's what I've done there. If you see your due date for this and it's inconvenient for you in some way, or if it's impossible for you to do it by that day for whatever reason, or if you find for some reason you can't actually work on that artist for some reason, let me know and we can certainly revise these. I have options, and this is a flexible kind of thing, but as it is, it's laid out the way it is on purpose. So this is the idea, and I'll show you more about this once I've got a sample here and corrected some of the links. Okay, so I think that's about all I had to say as far as introduction. The rain is really coming in and it's thundering even more, so I should probably wrap this up. If you do have questions ever, please do ask them. You should never feel shy or hesitant about asking me for help in this class. That's my job. It's what I do. It's what I like doing. So please always ask for help. Sometimes students say they feel embarrassed or nervous about asking me things, but don't. It's fine. Please ask. If you want to get in touch with me, I should show you this actually. I got these links in the syllabus, but I'll just say it here too as well. If you go to zachwhalen.net, this is my website. I have a contact page, so you can go to /contact or click the link in my navigation bar, and you have various ways you can contact me. A couple different email addresses. I prefer the UMW one, but I'm also on Twitter or Facebook. You can even call me or leave me a text message if you want to get in touch that way. This is a link to my YouTube channel where I will be posting videos like this. I also plan to do some live streams, and I'll do that on my Twitch channel right there. So those are those links. But if you want to schedule some time to actually talk, then booking a conference with me is possible this way using this thing called Appointlet. And sometimes that's helpful. Like if you just want to have a chat, like that could be a video chat if you'd like to do it that way, or just a text chat. We can both basically agree to be online at the same time in Discord, for example. That's certainly a thing I can do as well, and that can be really helpful as far as troubleshooting especially. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know, but otherwise remember to sign up for Discord, join our server, sign up for GitHub, and take a look around the Canvas site. Let me know if you have any questions. Boy, it's really raining. Okay, see you later.